It is November 14th, 2024, and this is your market update. Well, Bitcoin has been on quite a run over the past week as we've continued to see new all-time highs set. A lot of this is coming off the heels of the presidential election, where President-elect Donald Trump is expected to be a very pro-crypto president. Also add the fact that there are over 250 new pro-crypto members elected into the House and an additional 15 to the Senate. And with the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, on his way out, it looks like we have a clear path from a regulatory standpoint for crypto innovation for the first time ever. A couple of other things worth noting is that there is an expectation that the US may be forming a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And that could mean that the US buys as much as 1 million Bitcoin over the next 4 to 5 years. Trump is also kicking around the idea of eliminating taxes on crypto if it is a US-based crypto company. Now, I don't know that this is going to happen, but I do wonder if you're mining crypto with HiveMap or Demo or GeoNet, which are all based in the US, I believe this could exempt you from taxes, but we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. You're also starting to see that US states are announcing strategic Bitcoin reserves, with Pennsylvania making the announcement today, and it is looking like we might see a lot more follow suit in the coming weeks. There's also a lot of speculation that there's going to be some major institutional buying announced, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dell is one of those entities with some of the tweets we've seen recently coming from Michael Dell's Twitter account. When you look at the Bitcoin ETFs, we are seeing volume off the charts, especially when you compare it to the gold ETFs. This type of volume is something we've never seen before. And there's also some news around BRICS Plus. If you don't know what BRICS Plus is, well, BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The plus is because, well, a lot of other countries have joined the coalition at this point. They had their 16th annual summit a few weeks ago, and they are kicking around the idea of forming their own singular currency for international trade. And as the plan stands today, they would have a 40% reserve to back that currency with gold and Bitcoin. It's really looking like we may have a gold rush for Bitcoin here pretty soon, because let's face it, a lot of other countries follow the US's lead. And if we do announce a strategic Bitcoin reserve, I guarantee we will see a lot of other countries look to add Bitcoin. We also could see other countries try to front run the US and buy Bitcoin before the US makes the announcement to try to buy it at a cheaper price. All in all, though, all this demand is going to create a major supply squeeze, and I do believe that we are just getting started here. And here's a fun fact. Satoshi is now the 19th richest person in the world. You know, Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin. We don't know if it's a he or she. We don't even know if Satoshi's still alive, but it is fascinating nonetheless. In other news, Elon has launched the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, and this led to a massive Doge rally. And it's currently sitting at about a $55 billion market cap. So the question is, how high can it go? The poly market odds for Bitcoin hitting 100,000 by the end of the year has continued to rise. And after the surge this last week, it does look like it is very plausible. But speaking of poly market, the CEO had his house raided by the FBI, and they are going through his cell phone records. There's a lot of speculation as to why that could be. We're going to have to see what details emerge from that situation. The big winner of the week is this person that bought $17 worth of the meme coin Peanut. And this was launched in memory of the squirrel Peanut that was euthanized in New York last week. But whoever this person is, they turned $17 into nearly $3 million in the course of a week. Congrats to you, whoever you are. The big loser of the week is Germany. And not because their economy is in shambles, but because, if you remember earlier this year, they sold like 50,000 Bitcoin. Well, if they had held, that Bitcoin would be worth about $1.5 billion more than what they sold it for. But this is going to be a fun one to track, and one that continues to resurface in the future as the price of Bitcoin continues to reach new all-time highs. I believe this is going to go down as one of the worst decisions that a country has ever made. All that said, I think that things are shaping up for us to have this super cycle that we've all been hoping for, that we hoped to see in the last market cycle. And we are seeing retail re-enter the space as Google searches for Bitcoin are on the rise, and Coinbase is the 10th most downloaded app, number 1 in the finance sector. But those are clear indicators that retail is coming back in. And I do believe things are about to get very exciting in the coming months. So mind your conviction plays, do your research, and enjoy the ride. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Signing off, this is Bradley Meyer with the DePIN Connection.